And a very good day to all my viewers out there. It is right now Tuesday, December the 28th, 2021. It is 1:20 p.m. and we are here at Notre-Dame-des-Neiges Cemetery, right near Mount Royal. And technically we will be on Mount Royal soon. And just to give you a little perspective, there is St. Joseph's Oratory, that beautiful dome over there, beautiful church, and that is facing to, I guess, mostly the west, kind of the southwest, more or less. And going this way is more towards the east. And yeah, I'm here at Notre-Dame-des-Neiges Cemetery. This cemetery was built, I think it was 1854, went into service in 1855. And you can see here quite a few interesting things. And you know, when you think of a cemetery, you think of graves and whatnot. But to be honest, I do come here from time to time because of the wildlife and the nature and different types of tree varieties that they have. And it is also interesting to see some very historic graves, going back in the 1850s, 1900s and whatnot. And you'll see some graves are more modern than others. And like I said, you'll see some very old graves as well, historical graves. And in fact, there's another cemetery near here called Mount Royal Cemetery, which is adjacent to this one. And that one also has a few historical graves and even some famous people buried there. And we'll save that for another day. But what a perfect day for a walk here. We have some snow falling lightly. Temperature's -5 degrees right now. And if you're into bird watching, these cemeteries on Mount Royal, this one here, Notre-Dame-des-Neiges, as well as the Mount Royal Cemetery, both provide beautiful opportunities to see various species of birds. And that street right there is, of course, Côte-des-Neiges, which runs parallel to the cemetery. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll try to put some different videos together, different areas here. And I think, if I remember, I did a video of this area when I first started my channel, and they had a nice, not an observatory, but it was a very high area that you can see in the distance the city. Now it is snowing today, so visibility might not be that great, but I'm gonna go check that out. Yeah, so I'll take different pieces of video, put them all together as one, and we'll see what we could find here today. And like I said, otherwise it's a beautiful opportunity to come for a walk here. It is very peaceful. And yeah, we'll see what we could see today. All right, looking towards the distance, you can see a beautiful view of the Westmount Summit, it's called. And this is more facing south, and St. Joseph's Oratory would be behind those buildings. You can't see it much from here, but yeah, that's the Mount Royal Summit straight ahead, and it is technically part of Mount Royal, and I'll definitely do a video there one day. I know the observatory that's usually there, I think it's undergoing repairs or something, but I'll give you another view here. Beautiful open field here, very peaceful. All right, so we're a little bit deeper now into the cemetery here, and there's some squirrels. Like I said, there's lots of wildlife here. And well, look at these trees. Some of these trees are actually as old as the cemetery itself, probably even older, because of course nature and the mountain itself was here before the cemetery was. And by the way, just for a reference point, yeah, there's St. Joseph's Oratory down there, which, like I said, is sort of to the west. This way is more to the south. And over here to my north, that's the Université de Montreal. That's the French university, which you could see that tower from quite a distance. So we'll continue our tour here and see what we can see. All right, so as you can see, looking sort of to the east here, the land starts to get higher because, like I said, we are on Mount Royal and we are slowly going to a higher elevation. I think over there where those trucks are and whatnot, that's a maintenance center or the main office of the cemetery. And like I said, there's the University de Montreal. And like I said, if you live in Montreal or you ever visit Montreal, I know a cemetery is not really a place you think of visiting as an attraction, but I definitely suggest you check this cemetery out and the Mount Royal one, simply because it's such an historical place and definitely gives you a different vibe when you're here walking through. I'll tell you a story. Multiple times I've walked through these cemeteries at nighttime, even midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. You know, I went for a walk on Mount Royal a couple of times when it was less busy. And these cemeteries used to be open 24 hours a day. And I would come here maybe midnight, 1 in the morning. And it was perfectly fine. You were allowed to back then. And it was very, very tranquil. And I think within the last year, unfortunately, they closed the gates as of some time. I think it's 7 p.m., 8 p.m. It changes, I think, with the season. I'm not really sure. But yeah, it's not like it used to be. Yeah, we're going to continue east here and see what else we can find. All right, so we're a little bit higher now. We're about 151 meters above sea level. That's about 495 feet above sea level. I just wanted to show you something here to give you an idea of what these graves are like, some of them. These are definitely old. These are old tombstones. I don't even think they're marked, or at least I'm sure they were marked at one point. But you can tell that's definitely an old tombstone. Compare that to something like this one over here. There's even flowers on it, so obviously somebody's tending to these graves. And I found this a little ironic. I don't know if this is a family name, but Coffin. That's a really interesting name for you know, the circumstance of being here. But you know, there's a lot of different names here, different nationalities. And like I said, we're going to continue, and you can see straight ahead we're going to go even higher, and there's a beautiful statue coming up that I want to get to very shortly, and hopefully there's a nice view of the city from there. All right, so we're even deeper now into the cemetery. Just a little note here, these barrels here are very environmentally friendly. Of course, these collect rainwater, and the rainwater is used to water the grave sites and water the flowers and whatnot. So definitely environmentally friendly. I heard something. Could be a woodpecker. And there's also foxes up here, beautiful red foxes. That'd be beautiful if we seen one. Maybe we will, who knows. Yeah, there's another example of a nice grave. That could be foxes that we hear, not birds. All right, we'll keep walking, see what we see. All right, so look at this. Look how high we've climbed now. There's the oratory, St. Joseph's Oratory Way in the distance, Westmount Summit. And right now we are 193 meters above sea level. That's 633 feet approximately. And yeah, we're still getting higher. We're about to reach one of the summits. You can see the Mount Royal broadcasting tower coming into view, and very shortly we're going to come to a beautiful statue, if I remember correctly. And oh, look, there it is right there. You go up there on top of that hill and we should get a nice view of the city. So yeah, we'll check it out. Alright, look at this beautiful statue here. And if you look on the bottom, I'll show you the view in a minute. But it says there, Inauguration du Cemetery. And interestingly enough, it looks like they may have made a couple of mistakes on the date and they tried to correct it. But yeah, definitely in the 1850s, as I mentioned earlier. And if you look straight ahead, you can see Westmount. There's the Westmount summit. And yeah, very beautiful view. And over this way is Outremont. What a perfect winter day for a walk. Alright, let's see what else we could find. But I think this is pretty much the highest point that I could get to for now. And we'll see what else we could see. And yeah, hopefully you're enjoying this walk. And like I said, it's definitely a different experience and very tranquil. We'll go back down this hill, see what we could find. Alright, I just came across this. This of course is a crypt. More modern version of a crypt, not your traditional older ones that you see in horror movies. Although the older style crypts do exist on the Mount Royal Cemetery. I'll definitely get a video of that someday. Very interesting to see. Yeah, but this is definitely more modern. One more view as we continue walking pretty much in the east direction, and we'll see what we can see. Alright, so I'm going to wrap the walk up here because in this path where it leads to is the Outremont summit of Mount Royal, and I'm going to do a separate video of that because it offers a beautiful view. And there's an old cable car line that's still there that was abandoned years ago. I thought I did a video of it when I first started my channel and I couldn't find it, so I'm going to do a video on that. And yeah, here's another crypt. Very beautiful stained glass windows. Like you see, there's still a lot of room for graves, a lot of sections that haven't been used yet in the cemetery. We'll just wrap things up over here. See what there is. And over here, I think is another area that we could maybe see a nice view, maybe the rest of the cemetery looking down, if I remember. And you can see, like I said, the CBC, or not the CBC, the Mount Royal broadcast tower, Mount Royal Broadcasting Tower in the distance. And just to show you how we progressed on this walk, St. Joseph's Oratory is right down there, and that's, I'll put it in view, that's where we started, not at the oratory, but where it was pretty close in our viewpoint compared to now. So we came quite a ways up, and I'll wrap her up here by showing you this nice view of the rest of the cemetery. These tracks, by the way, could be fox tracks. But there you have it. Mount Royal Cemetery is down there. And yeah, you can kind of see these are some older crypts that I was mentioning. Some of them, I guess they have them here as well. Alright, well, thank you all for watching, and once again, have a good day. More videos to come. See you all soon.